Funny.
All right, that'll be good for testing the microphones.
Yeah. Check two, check. It's just funny how like we just talked for so long, and then as soon as it started, we're like, yeah, like we just have to forget that it's
Yeah,
recording for a
yeah.
little while. Yeah,
I feel very tense now.
I know, isn't that weird? For no reason.
Yeah.
Like there's not an audience.
No.
We can cut anything.
Right.
But as soon as you press play, I'm like, am I pronouncing things correctly? Like I'm like thinking.
Not the whole time.
Yeah. What else?
How dare you? How dare you start with what else? What
I'm
else is
kidding.
going on?
Yeah.
You guys read the news or?
Starting with what else is crazy. And I apologize.
That would be such
hold on, restart it. No,
that would be such a funny thing to do on stage. What else?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I like to start at the end and work backwards.
Yeah.
What else?
I like to walk up and go, that's my time, guys. That's a good time.
You guys have been such a fun crowd. I'll
Yeah.
leave you with this one.
Wow.
Hi, welcome to Short Story Long with Serena Thiel. I'm Serena Thiel. That's
name.
me. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Thanks, man. I'm here with Caleb Elliott,
The one and only.
the one and only. He, in his own words, is very cool, very likable.
Wow. Also humble. Don't forget. Yeah.
You have mentioned that a couple times.
I mean,
You
I try my
do
best.
Really like
you
that
know?
credit.
Yeah.
What should the people know about you?
I don't know. I started doing stand-up really young.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing it for a long time.
Cool.
And I'm clean.
You're clean. Yes, clean in both living space and in material.
That is also another fun fact about me. I'm very clean in the house.
Yes, very clean. He wants to be a stay-at-home dad.
I do want to be a stay-at-home dad.
Out here looking for a wife.
Yeah.
So if we've got any
I'm not
breadwinners on the market,
The
he's
first-
very cool, very likable, really warm, just like a nice friendly gaze, like warm eyes.
Yeah.
Really a true catch.
Yeah, keep going.
So. Go on.
I didn't realize I wanted to be a stay-at-home dad until I said it earlier for the first time. So
Oh,
you
wow.
saying it again, I said, I want to do what? Like I was like, when did I say I wanted to do that? And then earlier I did.
Truly not 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. I did say I do want to. It's because I don't care for money. I just want enough money to pay my rent.
Right.
Speaking of rent, what if I try to get into the story like that?
Speaking of rent,
I go, have you ever seen a whale before? Like you're like, what kind of story? So I went whale fishing. No, I'm playing. No, I'm kidding.
you just tell me the story of Moby Dick.
Yeah. I go.
I'd be like, why don't you get to tell this story that often? You're like, because nobody wants to listen to me tell Moby Dick.
Everybody's read it. I'll just tell you the story like I do like the Odyssey. So this man, he's on a ship, right? And you're like, that's not the point of the podcast.
But I technically did not specify
So
that.
Odysseus, he
This guy's crazy.
That's great.
He helped win the Trojan War.
Mhm.
But
It was great.
He pissed Poseidon off.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What's going on this week? I don't know. What do you?
I don't have a lot going on. I wish that's the thing, that's
Mm-hmm.
why I want to be a stay-at-home dad. I just don't have ambition past paying my rent.
Right.
And so like this weekend, I don't have any spots. I'll go to New York next week. I got to go do a thing that I can't talk about.
Okay.
And then,
Good.
yeah.
Good time to bring it up.
Yep,
Thanks
sign
for.
a piece of paper. But that'll be fun, I guess. It's work. You know
Cool.
what I'm saying? Like stand-up, so
Is it comedy work?
it is comedy
Cool.
related, yeah.
Cool.
Very exciting, but I know I don't sound excited. I think like yeah, I just have to go do a crazy thing.
I'm gonna go have like the most incredible experience of my life.
Yeah.
No further questions.
Right.
Cool.
But other than that, yeah, I just don't have a lot going on. I need friends bad, but we're friends.
Oh.
But you said, oh, since when?
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You called me the N-word earlier.
I called you neighbor.
But she was like, my neighbor. And I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah. You can probably tell from his voice, but Caleb is black.
I am
You
of
can't tell
African
from his
descent.
name.
Yes.
But you can tell from his voice.
In North Carolina, that's a black name.
Caleb Elliott?
Mm-hmm.
Nuh-uh.
Caleb is.
Okay.
I know a lot more black Calebs than I do Caucasian Calebs.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. In Montana, I don't know if there is any. But you're not from there. You're from
We
Chicago.
don't grow black folks in Montana.
You had to get away from
Those
them. Huh?
are
You said this Chicago
Those
stuff.
are
That's
all
too
immigrants.
many. Yeah.
Those are all imported. That's the word I meant to say.
Immigrants. Imported. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I have no idea when the last time a black person was born in Montana was.
I don't think, but also like, I don't think we want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we're not fans of cold.
Well,
you know.
What about like Detroit?
That's
Chicago?
interesting. Oh, dang, you also made great points.
Mm.
But all the cities where it's like predominantly black people are like Atlanta, Memphis, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even in Chicago, not predominant, right?
I don't know.
And in Detroit, I think I don't know about Detroit actually. I don't know why there's so many black people in Detroit. I got to look into that. Hey, chat, if you're...
I
comment
bet it's
below.
because of the car industry.
Oh,
bringing workers
yeah.
out. Yeah.
I don't, but why wouldn't that just bring a whole bunch of people? Like, why specifically black people, you think? Like Atlanta, I get. Memphis, I get.
Yeah.
Birmingham, I get.
Probably time was you could pay him less.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
I can't believe y'all did that.
I'm sorry. I would like to let the record show that I'm personally sorry about that.
And that's good. It's your fault. Yeah.
Guilty. Ooh. That's actually why I brought you here today, is to apologize.
And that's why I came.
From my race to yours.
I always expect that up top.
Again.
I like to bring up a racial issue up top.
Sorry.
Ask the host to apologize. Now we can get started.
Why are there black folks in Detroit? Discuss.
That's funny to me.
It's funny to me as well. I'm glad we agree.
We're too giggly. I think half the podcast is just us laughing at each other. Yeah. I look funnier than I say funny things, you know?
You do use your face very, very effectively for like the delivery of your jokes.
That's actually very kind. That's a compliment I think I like.
Yeah,
because I don't think you can. I think.
That's a good
Earlier
one.
you said I was likable, and I was like, I don't know
You
about that.
said you were likable.
I did. I said I don't know, but you repeated it.
I did.
I said I was likable, and then I gaslit you into being like, what? What are you talking about? I've never said that.
But yeah, you use your face a lot, like to like enhance the delivery of what you're saying, and it's really fun to watch you perform. I've only seen it once.
That's very kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're a great stand-up as well.
Thanks.
Yeah, especially for your age. You're fairly young to the craft.
Yeah.
And significantly better. You just have a better stage presence. Like, were you a performer at all beforehand?
I have never ever experienced stage fright. Like,
oh wow,
just like, and I just have been comfortable on stage. And I come from a family of performers. Like, my father's a musician, and my sister's a musician, and my mom was a preacher.
Oh wow.
So just like have been around people who are just like, we're just like comfortable with this.
Got you.
My whole life. Have just like, it's just never bothered me.
Yeah.
And I thought about stand up for a lot longer than like for a long time, kind of leading up to doing it. Mm-hmm. Tried like a little bit in college, but never like took it super seriously. And then did about 2 really serious years. Yeah. Took 2 years off and then came back in January. And
leaving Chicago to start in Montana is hysterical.
Yeah. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Montana for comedy.
No, you did.
I was like, wow, Missoula has got this crazy open mic once a month. Yeah, it just like happened like I went to college just separately, and then like while I was there, I was like, I keep thinking about stand up. I would like to try like doing an open mic,
Mm-hmm.
but I like never really tried very hard. Like
Yeah.
I was writing new stuff, but like really just wanted to be kind of like in the scene, and like it was like a lot of guys, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh, it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
fun to get all this attention, and
That's interesting that you said that.
yeah, why?
Because that is a thing that I got choked out. I was like, how do I say this? Because whenever, especially a smaller comedy scene, I come from a smaller comedy scene. Whenever a woman is new in the scene, I mean, she might as well be. It's like girl going to new school.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh shoot, who
Yeah,
is-"
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Cass is starving. I hate it. I think it's disgusting. Yeah.
I mean, like it's not crazy like as a way to meet someone, right? Like I think
Yeah.
that like there are plenty of ways to be like respectful about approaching someone in the comedy scene.
I hate it with a passion. Have you ever dated a stand up? You're talking like you dated a stand up.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I
have a very strict never date a stand up law.
I think that that's wise. And like I think that the times that it works, it's because it has been like a slow development,
I don't think it works. I've never seen it work.
Really?
I've never seen it work. I think you're too. Both of you guys need attention too much.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's some couples in the scene here, like Genevieve Clinton and Marcus Oland. Do you know them?
No, I'm not familiar, but I'm also very new to the scene.
Sure.
Are they married?
They are married.
Really?
Yeah.
I said it too with an attitude. Did you hear how I said it?
Are
I
they
said, but are they married though?
Yes. They might have come here together. Well, they certainly came here together, but they might have been married when they arrived here. So I don't. But like they met doing comedy, and she's a door guy at Mothership, and he works at Sunset, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, like it's.
Yeah.
And then you see like couples who are like established, like sort of working famous comics.
Like who?
Moshe Kasher and Natasha Leggero are married.
Oh my gosh. And you know what me and some of my friends were talking about last night? White comics, they know stand-ups. Like they have a good like encyclopedia of different comics. Because I don't know anyone you just named.
Sure. Okay.
But that's very cool though.
Yeah, I think it could possibly work. I think it's like
Yeah.
there are a lot of ways that it can go real bad. And I think that like
100%.
both needing attention too much like is probably a big part of when it goes bad.
Yeah.
I think that that's like a fair thing to be wary of.
Yeah. I dated a funny person one time and that was fun, but never a stand-up.
Sure.
And I just have a law about it, but
you would have a hard time dating someone who was not funny. Probably.
I think. Let me think. I dated this one girl, and our just sense of humor didn't align at all. And she was just so like goofy and corny, and I don't really think she thought I was that funny. And I think that's kind of not really necessary all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I think there's different character things that are far more important than if someone thinks you're funny or not. Isn't that interesting to say?
Why did it end with her?
Oh, because I was a terrible person. This is. We talked about this a while ago.
Yeah,
remember I caught you with a trauma dump in the middle of the show?
The day we met.
I was like, yeah.
I was like, do you want to come do my podcast?
Yeah. And I was like, I just miss her so much. But this was her. She had great character things about her that far surpassed, if I thought she was funny or she thought I was funny.
I feel like that would just eat away at you, though.
No, I think you do have to be like... I have a test. I call it the bro test. This is great information for anybody listening. The bro test, for a guy at least, is like, hey, do you actually like sitting and being with this person?
Yeah.
Like, can we sit down on the couch, not do anything, and still have fun just talking?
Yeah.
Because that's half your relationship with somebody the rest of your life if you get married, is just talking to them.
Totally.
And being able to have a good time doing nothing. And if you can do that, then anything becomes a good time.
Yeah.
And I think... because I'm a funny person, humor's always going to be a part of that.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have to be like, oh, he's so funny. I think the dynamic can even be fun if she's like, hey, stop, you're embarrassing me. You know what I'm saying? It can't be like, you can't have like you can't hate it, obviously. You have to, enjoy it and find it attractive, who I am and who they are.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always have to be like, oh my gosh, everything Caleb says is so fun. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because we really had that dynamic where I thought she was very corny, and I could tell, like, I rarely made her laugh. Like,
Yeah.
most of the time I'd be doing something stupid. She'd be like, can you please be quiet in the store? And I'm like, but I can't be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm yelling. And that's funnier.
I cannot imagine dating someone who didn't think I was funny.
Yeah, I can see that.
That would,
Yeah, 100%.
I would just spend all of my time trying to make him laugh. Like, I would spend all of my time. I'd be like, no, I will figure out what you think is funny, and I will make you laugh. Like, I have to. Like,
But I think that's good a little bit. I just, as long as it's not like, I think as long as they don't find stand up like repulsive or distasteful or
sure,
humor, you know what I'm saying? As long as they're not like, you know, angry that you're doing comedy, you know, I think it's fun.
That would be corrosive.
But I get what you mean too. Yeah.
I could see being with someone who, like, I wasn't their favorite stand-up. Who was like, you know, I think you're funny, but I don't necessarily like what you do on stage, or like that doesn't like speak to me. But like someone who just didn't find me funny, just like in our day-to-day life, that would like really, really eat at me.
No, 100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I get that. I don't, and let me say this too. I never had them. Like, I never dated somebody that was like, you're just straight up not funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was never that dynamic.
Sure.
But if I was like, you know how we're riffing or whatever, there was no riffing to be had. There was no, you know what I'm
riff,
saying? Yeah. But I find that, you know what I've come to find? You know how men love to be like, oh, women aren't funny, blah, blah, blah. Men love to say that. I don't believe that. I think that most people actually are not funny. Like, I think stand-ups is like, we do this because it's a rare thing. We have humorous intelligence. We're good at being funny and noticing funny in other people. And like, you can notice my facial expressions because you're also funny.
Sure.
And you have the humorous intelligence to know, like, when I do, it's like, I'm trying to be funny. And most people aren't like that.
Yeah.
It's like a gift, like anything else. It's like, some people are very smart, some people are very athletic, some people are funny. And so I've dated a lot of people.
Some of us are all
like,
of those things.
Exactly. Oh, must be nice. She pointed at herself. You guys, you can't see it. She's doing a dance right
actually. I think that was implied.
Yeah. She's still dancing. Hey, but
hey, thank you for recognizing this as dancing.
Yeah. She's moving her shoulders aggressively. I think she's having a stroke. No, that was funny.
A stroke of disco fever.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That cracked me up. Of disco fever, but yeah. Anyway, most of the people I've dated, it's not like riff session, you know?
Sure.
And I think they also like that, like, I only dated one girl where, I think because they like me, they like the stand-up as well.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think that's how, correct me if I'm wrong, now we're getting a totally different conversation. I think that's how women work, or if anything, that's the woman I like.
Sure.
I like that they like me a lot, and then when I'm on stage, they're like, oh my God, he's the funniest person in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the riff sessions that's never.
Sure. I think it's probably true that that most people aren't funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess like because I spend so much time around like other funny people, I'm just like, oh, everyone's so funny. You know? And I'm like, oh no, it's just like a selection of like that's who I know.
Yeah, and you can see it easier too if you are humorous.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
You're more like attuned to that frequency.
100%. So like, if somebody does something that is funny, you can be like, there it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so in your world, you might be like, oh, life's better because everybody's being funny, but other people are really boring. That's why we have jobs. That's why people come and see us.
Yeah.
Because their life is very regular. They go to work.
Yeah.
They clock in. Everybody's serious all day. They get off. They go home to their families, blah, blah, blah. And we are big kids. We just play all the time.
Just go, do stuff to be weird.
100%. And so they come in our world for a little bit. And we get to show them, how to have fun again.
It's like a vacation, yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think kids are funny?
I think it's the same. I think funny is a gift. So I think that, like, when I was growing up, if I was speak empirically about my life. When I was growing up, what?
Nothing.
What?
Go ahead.
Did I use that word incorrectly?
No, I don't. I'm just excited for what you're gonna say.
I got way too deep, didn't I? I said like, yeah,
I'm gonna speak empirically about my life.
When I was growing up, even I was a kid, people told me that I was funny.
Yeah.
And like when we had this is a true thing. In like 5th grade, we had like the funny council because we all like Star Wars. And so instead of the Jedi Council, we made the funny council.
Okay.
And then we would argue about like who was on it. And so kids would innately go like, oh, Caleb's really funny. And they'd be like, oh, no, Dakota's way funnier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then some kids weren't on it because they just didn't have
Right,
the
they
thing.
didn't have that.
But other kids were very smart. They were very nerdy. Other kids were autistic. Other kids were... you know,
Did
we
they
all
have an
had a thing.
autistic council?
We didn't have an autistic council back then.
Not that
But you
know
could
about.
back then. You could have a R-word council back then, and I'm not going to say it because I'm a Christian. But you could. Back then,
Back then,
you could have any council you wanted.
I will say
Early 2000s.
we're coming back around on that one. I
You think
you
so?
Can, yeah.
I think it's our world still. I think the rest of the world is still very much like no councils.
Jedi Council only.
Yeah, Jedi Council only. Yeah.
Wow, the funny.
Depending
council.
on making, yeah. But I think that's another thing too that comics kind of mess up with is they get too stuck in like the our world, you know,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the world is still like, no, you cannot say that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're like wanting to one up each other, like yeah,
Exactly.
there's like a panache to being well regarded among comics. Yeah. I said what I said. And it's like,
what's panache mean? I don't know what some means. I say it. I don't know.
There's
like
a certain like clout. There's like an aura like to.
Oh, a panache.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. That's the word I was searching for.
Yep.
To being well regarded among other comics.
Yeah.
And like or yeah, like having the scene talk about you, or like there being like lore of like, oh, and then he said this crazy thing, you know, and like
yeah.
We're performing for each other a little bit more than we're performing for the audience most often.
Yeah.
But I think that people who end up getting good remember that the audience is the most important. You know, it's like 100%. It's not about making your buddies laugh. It's about making the audience laugh.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And like staying focused on like not playing to the back of the room.
Yeah, for sure.
And it seems like people kind of around my stage of comedy, like my level of experience, get really stuck in like, whatever, I'm just going to make my friends laugh.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm going to throw something. I'm going to say the most egregious thing I can say.
Yeah, so that the boys in the back are like...
Yeah, and that's all bad. I just never, and maybe, yeah, I just think that's all bad.
Yeah.
Because I like that we get to bring people into the world.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I had something else I was going to say about it. But I don't think I do think kids are funny, but I think funny is a gift like anything else.
Sure.
I think some kids are naturally athletic. I think, you know, you get something, you don't get everything.
Get something, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I heard somebody say once, and I've been thinking about this for years, like, people say that kids are funny, but kids being funny is always an accident. Like, they don't, like, funny requires an intention, and, like, most things that kids do that make us laugh is, like, because they don't know what they're doing. Like, they try to use a word that they don't know. They try to use sarcasm, but don't know how to use it yet. Like, it's like, they're like, getting it wrong. It's like a mistake.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And I was like, that's not always true. Because like as you grow, you do try to make jokes. You try to make adults laugh. You try to make other kids laugh.
It takes a social awareness too that I think kids pick up in different environment. Yeah. But you know, I'm not gonna say I always was funny, but even younger, I remember people being like, "Oh, Caleb's funny."
Yeah.
And learning how to do that socially. Yeah, I also watched a lot of funny things. I also was very socialized when I was really young, you know?
Yeah.
And I think all that helps.
Yeah.
I work with kids. I used to be a children's director at a church. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Kind
of
of
course
hit
you
the nail
did.
on the head.
Of course you did.
Of course you were.
Of course you did.
But yeah, I feel like 4th grade, you can tell like...
Who's on the council?
This kid. You can really... This is something that is actually... Who's on the council?
Are you still recruiting? Are you still... You still putting numbers on the board?
I go, your son's got a gift.
He's funny.
And that's so crazy.
He's not gonna be called to the priesthood, but
He's not.
he's funny.
But let me tell you something. But I think, you know what's scary though? A lot of the things that make a person in their character, in their blase, whatever may have you, you can tell very young.
Yeah.
It's crazy how young that I can go like, oh, this kid's going to be evil. I can go, oh, I'm going to be working for this child when they get, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's crazy how young you can.
Like
you
ambition.
Can
yeah.
Mm-hmm. That at some point you're like I think the telltale when you notice it is if they're bad or not.
Okay.
Because when you're bad young, it's like, oh, this is only going to get worse. Yeah. Like, man, because I used to have some bad kids, man.
Well, that's sort of interesting, like the idea that our character is almost formed outside of us and like put into our, you know, that's, it sort of tracks with like, you know, thinking about like God and stuff and like, or like talking about being given gifts, you know, like it's like we are who we are from the beginning and like, I don't know. I feel like I spent a lot of my like younger years trying to like fight what I was, and then like the more comfortable I get with it, the more I'm like, oh, I'm now so much more like powerful, you know, because I like can just be what I am instead of trying to be what I'm not.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. But luckily, evil is not that thing, you know.
Yeah, no, some kids are evil. Not even evil, but some you can tell like, oh, this kid is bad. And like this is gonna be a problem. The same way you're denying this girl this crayon is the same attitude that you'll have to be like, I didn't put anything in her drink.
Yeah.
And that's wild to say, but you can see it younger.
Yeah.
I can see like, oh, this is gonna be a combative person. Oh, this person's gonna run over other people. They're argumentative. I can see that young. Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Not that they can't change, but you're like, there's a glimpse of that. And I didn't have that when I was a kid. Like I was very like, I'm a natural like rule follower. Like if a sign says don't go in the door, I don't go in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, and some people aren't. Some people are like, well, why can't I, you know?
Right.
And I just remember being like that when I was younger. I remember that I was at a, this is not the story I want to tell, but I was at a, what's it called? Park at the beach, like a water park thing. And there was a slide, right? And the kids were going down the slide, and the sign said, do not go up the slide. And a kid started to go up the slide, and I said, you can't go up the slide. Like I was a little snitch. You can't go up the slide. And he goes, why not? Why can't I? And I was like, the sign said, and he was like, why can't I though? I can go up the slide. He just went up the slide, and I remember being like, this kid is nuts, bro. This kid is insane. He going to hell. And that was my first time being like, oh, some people don't follow the rules naturally. And I just naturally follow the rules. I had a father.
First of all, brag. Secondly,
two-parent household, not to brag.
It's interesting that you are a natural rule follower, but you've chosen a life of stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
which is like a kind of uncharted life.
It definitely is.
Like it's not that there's not like a career path, but like it's so different for every person, and so it's like there's not. And it's a very dynamic art form, so like there aren't rules for you to follow.
No, yeah, that's very true.
That's interesting.
I did try to do all the other things though.
Sure.
I mean, I went to college and blase, but I did. I don't even feel like I really decided to do stand up. I think this sounds weird, but this is what I tell people. It kept going well, so I kept doing it.
Sure.
Like somebody kept putting me on a show. The moment I don't have any shows, I will find another job.
You'll find another job. Do you feel like it chose you?
I don't know, but I started when I was 11.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay, yeah.
So I started when I was 11. There was a speech and debate camp. What? What? It's just unbelievable.
I love the idea that you're gonna do comedy at a speech and debate camp.
No, so
somehow
that's
there's a
funny.
speech and debate camp. I decided to ruin it.
I said I don't give a dang. I don't give a hoot about this camp. I got something for y'all to debate. Airline food.
Should they put grill marks on it or not?
Come on. I mean, getting a tough crowd. Like I'm bombing at 11. I'm supposed to be debating something. No. So I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all gonna do me like this? I'm 11. It's
like, we're
you have to
also
argue with the
11.
other person. And I'm like, why don't you wrote some stuff down?
Oh, are we roasting now? Is that what we're just... You at a speech and debate
That's so
camp at
funny.
11 just roasting
Yeah,
people.
I'm just going nuts.
Your Honor, in my defense,
Yeah,
his head is so big.
I'm doing your mama jokes during that. Back then, you could do those. I like being one of those people that's like, we can't do nothing now.
Back when I was 11, when I started.
Man, when I was 11, you could say whatever you wanted back then.
Before bedtime. Shit.
That's so nuts.
They were saying crazy stuff on
Yeah.
Nick at Night, I think. I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Y'all wouldn't believe what was on Adult Swim, man. But anyway, so the speech and debate camp, there's a form of speech. You know, they do a lot of competitive speech, right? It's not just debating, but you can actually do a speech and people judge it, blah, blah, blah. There's a form of
The
this called
speech part of speech and debate.
100%. And there's one that's called humorous interpretation.
Okay.
And that's where you give a speech, but it has to be funny.
Okay.
Right. And so one of the counselors, he was in high school at the time, but he did his on Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf, and he was the wolf defending himself. So he was like, it was hilarious. I mean, it was killing if you were in the 5th grade. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I wrote one on, because everybody's like, Caleb's funny, Caleb's funny. I wrote one on Barney, Dora, Max, and Ruby. Right? So I acted like I was a reporter.
On Barney?
Dora and Max and Ruby. Are you familiar with Max and Ruby?
No.
The Nickelodeon hit show Max and Ruby. It was 2 rabbits.
Okay.
Wow.
Were they
this is
named
crazy.
Max and Ruby?
Yeah, they were brother and sister.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I did.
Was Ruby red?
No, Ruby was not red. She wore a little red dress though.
Cool.
Hit the nail on the head. And then Max like barely talked.
Okay.
Yeah. But they didn't have any parents in the show. So I did like I was a
Tough
reporter.
break.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really some 2 hood rabbits.
Just raising each other.
100%.
Dang.
And so I reported on like, I said Barney recently got drunk at a Chris Brown concert, beat a kid with a beer bottle. Dora's deranged. She's going through the program. She thinks monkeys can talk, blah, blah, blah. Max and Ruby were their parents. We looked into it, blah, blah, blah. And it did well at the speech and debate camp. I murdered.
He murdered
So
Max and
then-
Ruby's parents.
So then I do a talent show at school.
Uh-huh.
And I see stand-up on TV. Clean stand-up, believe it or not. It was on TV, and it was Ricky Smiley. He did church. And I was like, I could do that for school.
Yeah.
Because I like attention.
Yeah.
You know? And
Things.
so that's
What
the
do I
first time.
like? Attention.
I want to do something for attention, but I need... Yeah. So I guess I fell into it. I don't know.
I fell into it.
But then I just kept doing it. Then I went to the comedy club. This is the story. It's going to be the story of my life. I went to the comedy club at 14, right? And I was already funny because I was doing it like coffee shops and
Sure.
like blah, 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 whatever. And so I got passed at 14.
Wow.
And so the owners like heard about me and they were like, hey, whenever you come, you can get up and we'll let you work with whoever you want to work with.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's very cool.
And then I met a dude named Sinbad, and I told her Sinbad too.
Wow.
I told her Sinbad for like 2.5 years.
At what ages?
Probably 2022. But I met Sinbad when I was 15. I was too young to go on the road.
Yeah.
So the first time I was 15, and every time he came back into town, we worked together.
Yeah.
And then one year he sent me some luggage in the mail for Christmas. And then said, get ready to go on the road. And then we toured for 2.5 years.
Cool.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Your reaction, though, was very cool.
Wow. Okay. And
humble
so
king.
what is the name of the club that
Good Nights Comedy Club.
Okay.
Shout out. It used to be independent. It's a Helium club now. Helium bought it. But
Good Nights Comedy Club?
yeah, back then, independent clubs, I mean, they was run any kind of way.
Do you want to see or say the name of the owner? That
Oh, it was Brad Reeder.
cool.
Yeah, John Kirby was the house MC,
Okay.
and he was the first person to be like, this kid's funny,
Yeah.
right? Because I, you know, my first time, you're supposed to audition. I didn't audition. I was 14. You had supposed to audition for the open mic.
Yeah.
And I went up, and he taught me about time for the first time. He said, we're going to light you at 2. You get 3 minutes, da-da-da. And I went up, and I did 7 minutes. But it was great. It was great. I mean, I just didn't have any concept of, you know what I'm saying? I just was having fun. Adrenaline. So it was great. And then that he kind of, you know, really helped me a lot tremendously. And then Brad gave me the favor of like, I always got time. I always got to work with different people. I worked with a whole bunch of people. I worked with Ralphie May,
Cool.
Cheryl Underwood,
Wow.
John Reed, Bill Bellamy, Donnell Rollins. I mean, I was like 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
And it was dual life too, because like these are stand-up famous people.
Yeah.
But back then, that was like 2011, 12.
Right.
Stand-up wasn't popular.
Yeah.
It's like people really didn't know Ralphie May. They did, but they didn't. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like he wasn't like famous.
Yeah. Wow.
So I go to school and I'd be like, I do stand-up. And they'd be like, did you open for Kevin Hart? And I'd be like, no, but I did, Corey Holcomb.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, we don't know who that is.
We don't know who that is.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. Yeah, it was a blessing.
Touring with Sinbad for 2.5 years.
So with Sinbad for 2 and then Sinbad, I give him a lot of credit because he taught me how to give people a good show, I think.
Yeah.
He taught me 2 things. He was like, well, no matter what happens on stage, make it funny. Okay, let me say this. So I would come out and do 15 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And then he would come on stage and he would keep me on stage for his full set.
Okay.
And then he would do an hour 30, hour 45, whatever. He would go nuts for no reason.
Yeah.
Nobody was like, oh my gosh, do as much time as you can. But he would go crazy. And so we're on stage, like riffing during crowd work for the full set. So I would do crowd work, and maybe if I said something that didn't go, he would just save it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He could save anything. So I really learned how to perform.
Sure.
But the biggest thing I feel like that I learned from him was to make anything funny on stage and to try to win too. I think sometimes comics don't like I'll give you an example. When we did that, recently we did a show and it was like a lesbian show.
Yeah, yeah.
And we got to put the hat on if you're straight, right? And in my head, I'm like, man, putting this hat on kind of lame. Like, I don't want to put this hat on.
Yeah.
But I'm like, let me try to make this funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, let me think of jokes that's not going to like piss him off. Or,
Right.
I talk about being a Christian a little bit. I'm like, let me hold back on that just in case I want him to get weird.
Sure.
And I think having that attitude of like, I'm going to make this funny. I'm going to try to win.
Yeah, yeah.
Is like something that I carry with me the rest of my life.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
We was going nuts, bro. It was cool. It was a good time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he Christian too?
He is, yeah.
Okay.
He is. He's clean. Like, I'm not clean because I'm a Christian, and I don't think he is either. For me, I just wanted anybody to be able to come
Sure.
and not get like a ugh feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not that I don't think like dirty stuff is funny, but sometimes I'll see comics and they just, like we said earlier, play to the back of the room. They just like.
Well, I think it's so easy.
Yeah.
And like people are so unused to hearing that stuff talked about that it's like it's like an escape hatch into laughter because like the like discomfort causes the laughter a little bit. And like since coming to Austin, I haven't exactly been like writing clean, but I've been like trying to write stuff that's not dirty. And like I'm staying away from like a lot of like sex and dating stuff, like it's just like it's such well-trod territory. Like what else,
100%.
And it's like if I can get good at that, then like if I come back to that kind of material, I'll be a much better and more developed writer, and I'll be like able to create a take that is actually interesting and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's like a lot of value in like learning to write material about anything. Right?
100%. And because I was a kid, I remember I went up one time and I was 14. I went up at the club and I was like, man, these motherfuckers, man, they don't. Da-da. And the house MC, he said, whenever you come back, you have to be clean. And that was the best thing I think he ever did for me.
Yeah.
Because I think you get better at the craft. Your voice just sounds a little bit different naturally. Even if you're talking about, kissing and hugging or dating or whatever, it's going to sound different because you're clean. And it also helped me stay employed too.
Yeah. Well, I think also like as a kid, it would have been very like jarring and unpleasant to hear you like talking, like doing like dirty jokes, Yeah, like,
I was going nuts. It was only like one time, but I just didn't know how to cuss,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell me a story?
It's gonna be weird to talk about the story now, but I feel like I was trying to think of a story that related to Sinbad, but I can't think of it.
Okay.
Yeah, not that I don't have any, but
right.
Nothing comes to mind.
Well, I purposely make this like prompt kind of open-ended, so just a story you don't get to tell very often. that can be for any reason, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, just anything you like want to share.
Man, you ain't gonna believe it. And I feel like it's appropriate because we're in Austin.
Okay.
And this story is about the first time I came.
Okay.
And you're a new comic to Austin, right? You moved down here when?
January.
Oh, well, me too. We
Word.
talked about that, yeah.
Yeah. Neighbors.
Yeah, my neighbor.
My neighbor.
She put the hand out. Could y'all hear the dab? All right. And the snap, too. Who taught you that?
I hang out with folks from the South.
Not the snap. The snap is crazy. First time I came to office, they used to have this show called The Pervert Show. Have you heard of this?
No.
You ain't gonna believe.
What's the theme?
Wow. So I come down here and I'm doing some spots and I meet up with one of my friends.
What year was it?
This was maybe 2022, I think.
Okay. I was like, ooh.
I want to say 2022.
2022. Okay.
Rogan's Club hadn't yet opened yet, but it was the rumors and stuff. It was
Okay.
the buzz. So I had a good friend. She's a stand-up, very funny comic. Her name's Casey Shornema.
Okay.
She writes for this.
Yes. Yeah.
Very funny.
I've seen her perform.
And we come down here, we're hanging out, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, you have to see The Pervert Show while you're in town." She's like, "It's playing tonight, Creek in the Cave. You have to see it." I said, "What's The Pervert Show?" And she goes, I can't say much about it, but every show during halftime, intermission, they play a game. And I don't know what the game's going to be every week, but last week, a dude birthed a baby. And I said, "A dude did what?" And what that meant, what I come to learn later was, I'll tell y'all. Yeah, a gentleman had inserted a baby inside of himself, like a baby doll, in a bag for the placenta. And then on stage, he delivered the baby.
Inside of himself is
crazy.
Not
Nuts.
okay with me.
But it didn't register in my head of like, oh, that's very wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going along to hang, you know? And so we get here.
Oh my God.
I know, right? We get to
okay.
We get to the Creek in the Cave, and they're locking up people's phones.
Okay.
Right. We both know back then, especially when they're locking up people's phones, that means somebody famous is here. And
Yeah.
Louis was just in town like a couple days before.
Yeah.
And I said, "Casey, who's here that's famous?" And she was like, "Oh, nobody's famous. They're locking up people's phones because you can't record the halftime show. You'll see why."
Can't film yet.
I said, "Oh, God." And so Casey looks at the bouncer, right? And she goes, "Hey, just give us like a little heads up. What's the halftime show?" And then he goes, it's, and I have to say what it is. I can't, there's no way I can get around it. It's butt plug tug of war. Right? That's what he said to her.
First of all, butt plug of war. Secondly, like, tighten it up. Let's go.
I mean, is that not crazy?
That's all right. Okay.
And I heard the words, but then I'm like, I'm not like, I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, okay, I don't even know what that means really. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little Christian kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I have a guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking, yeah.
We'll get there.
I should have guessed. I should have like heard that and been like, oh, that doesn't sound like something I want to see.
Something I would enjoy.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like my typical Sunday afternoon.
Exactly. Yeah. And so we go to the show. The show is decorated it looked like a LGBTQ Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of mushrooms, inflatable mushrooms.
Sure.
A lot of neon lights, a lot of string, blase, this, that, the other.
Maybe a black light or two, like dark
A lot
colors.
of black. Wow. Were you there?
No. just have some guesses.
Yeah.
Educated.
A lot of black lights.
I run in some circles. All right.
Okay. Right. So
black lights is surprising for that theme of a show, but yeah.
Oh, they were in there. Yeah. And then the crowd was very, I don't want to say that it was LGBTQ crowd, but this was definitely the other letters. Like, this was very,
weirdos.
Man, what? Like, it was a very tough game against my pronouns.
Sure.
The biggest lie the South would tell you is like, oh, you can't be non-binary. You can't be non-binary. Like, you can't be in the middle. These people was in the middle. I mean, they was smack dab in the middle.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of jaw lines and brawls.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy to see a lot of dog collars, a lot of string for shirts. No black people.
No.
And so it just wasn't in there.
You looked for him in the lights.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
That's what the black lights
nowhere
is for.
to be found. I was the blackest thing in there. There should have been a sign. Not a safe space. So we get in there.
This house.
I had no business being there. So we get in there. They do the show. Show's very funny.
So is it like a showcase, like stand-up showcase, halftime show, stand-up showcase?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it the same comics both halves, or is it just like 3 and 3, or like?
Yeah, it's like a lineup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Going after that, following that halftime show.
Cuckoo. Won't be me.
No.
Yeah. Won't be me.
Well, especially with like what sounds like BDSM people, like just like populating.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not 100% sure what that abbreviation means, but it definitely is some kind of abbreviation. Okay. You know what I mean?
Those are like the kinky sex people.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'll spare your imagination.
Yeah, thank you for that. Everything you think it is, it's those. Yeah. Okay. It's those sounding crazy, but it is.
That's what we say about you when you're not around. So.
I'm sure. That's funny. But so I'm in here, they do the stand-up. Stand-up's funny. Host comes back out and they go, and I use they intentionally. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They go, now we're going to have our halftime show. It's Butt Plug Tug of War. And that's when it hit me like, oh, I don't want to see this. I have no business being in here. I don't want to see people even close to new. I've never been to a strip club because I'm scared because I'll see fathers, daughters in a strip club. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm afraid to see other people naked.
Sure.
I'm a Christian kid. I want to go to heaven.
I don't think I can. A woman who's not your wife.
Exactly, but I don't think I can go after I see this. I don't think I can get to the gate.
Okay.
And then guys like, didn't you see the Butt Plug Tug of War one time? And I was like, man, I just got caught up. And you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't my fault. You know, I was pure of heart while I was there.
It was pure pressure. Like, oh my gosh.
He's and like, so, you were 25.
Yeah, you were grown. And so 4 people come out. And they'd come out a while ago. Yeah, they had been out. But they physically walked out onto the stage.
Okay.
That's funny.
Was the bear on stage?
The bear was on stage, which is so funny. It was also decorated. In what, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it was decorated.
It had like a mesh tank top on.
Yeah, 100%.
For those who don't know, there is what's the word?
A taxidermied
bear on stage at the Greek and the King.
That not enough people acknowledge. I feel like it had a run of being acknowledged, and then now everybody's like kind of over it. I think we should talk about that bear more often.
Sometimes they take it off, like for headliner shows, they take it off the stage.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting to know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they come out on stage. They do have clothing on, but I still saw too much of them that I didn't want to see.
Sure.
And then they hold up, the devil's doorknob.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you some questions about this.
Please
and if you don't know what I'm asking, we can just skip over it.
Okay.
But was it like a double-ended butt plug?
It was not.
Okay. That's what I was picturing.
And I can only imagine, I didn't know that was a real thing, but I can only imagine that's
well, so I know that there are double-ended dildos made famous by the scene in it's the heroin movie.
Yeah, you're thinking of a porno.
No.
You're like, what's the name of
what is that film that I watched? That Academy Award nominated film.
Made famous by Blue is the Warmest Color.
Requiem for a Dream is the name of the film.
I'm not familiar, but
it's about a bunch of people who are like in various stages of drug addiction and like the
that's sad.
Depths that they sink to, and one of them, it doesn't matter.
Okay. One of them does what with it? I'm curious about that movie, but we'll continue. We'll digress.
You're so sweet, and I just don't want to tell you about it.
I don't know if I want to know.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So what I was picturing was like two
cheek
men enter, and then we both clench and try to pull the butt plug.
Okay, you're along the lines.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna be honest with you.
Thank you.
To this day, I'm not sure of the gender of any of the people on stage.
Okay.
I don't even know what they started as. Like, to tell you the truth, right?
Sure. Respect. Okay.
But one person gets on all fours, they look north. The other person gets on all fours, they look south.
South.
Then they had 2 doorknobs with a string on it. That makes sense?
Uh-huh.
Then they inserted the doorknobs
Okay.
where those things go. Then they proceeded to tug of war. So you were along the correct lines.
Crawling.
Crawling, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, crawling.
How degrading. How incredibly.
Well, let me tell you this. This was that audience's Super Bowl. I mean, they have never been more supportive.
How big were those foam
Never
fingers?
more excited.
How firm were those foam fingers? Where were those foam fingers
They
going?
were like, stand up when does tug of war start?
They were like, stand up. No, all fours, baby.
Yeah. This is what I came to see. And they were like,
Oh my
God. Squeeze tighter. I mean, they were calling out, yeah, you can't do that. They're doing the chants. They're doing everything. And there was 4 people because it was 2 out of 3, obviously. Like 2 people went.
Don't say obviously. No part of this has been obvious.
Yeah.
How dare you?
So 2 people went. There was a winner. Another 2 people went. There was a winner. And then they did the.
Okay.
This team.
A little
this
bit of a
team.
bracket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of each division. Yeah. There's brackets.
So did you watch it?
I did. I couldn't look away. I stood up to see it better because I was so.
God, are you listening?
Yeah, I was so appalled.
Yeah.
But I was so like, I just couldn't believe what I was saying. It wasn't an It wasn't like I was like, wow, this is so true. I was like, I cannot believe. Oh my God, help them! Yeah, I started praying. I grabbed my blouse. I didn't even have a blouse on, but I felt good holding my chest.
Blouse in memory.
Yeah.
You were like phantom grabbing your blouse.
It looked like
Wow.
There was truly fear on my face.
Yeah.
I felt bad, honestly. I looked around, and everyone was so excited.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta fix my face because I am terrified right now.
Well. And also, like, to be the person who's horrified in that situation, it's like harshes the vibe so bad. It sets you up to be a real villain in that moment.
Exactly. And I'm not a villain, but also
because you're so likable.
Oh, thank you. That's so funny. But it's true.
I really interrupted you there. I'm so sorry.
No,
you faltered.
It also caught me. I said, yes. Then I agreed with you and then kept going. I am. Anyway, no, yeah. But that's the thing, though, is like, I should not have been there.
No.
And dare I say, didn't want to be. But I'm not judging these people. Like, I am judging.
Okay.
But this isn't my space to be in. This is their culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I went to a different country and they're eating bugs and I'm like, ew, why are you eating bugs? That's on me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who am I to say that they shouldn't be able to have their fun?
Yeah.
You know?
I agree with that. Like, that's how I feel. The only time I was ever in Vegas, I was like, I feel really like.
That scared the hell out of me.
My neighbor walked by.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Caleb doesn't like a neighbor.
I can't stand neighbors. That's crazy.
Not in my neighborhood.
They're just so loud. And they're always frying
around.
chicken. You're like, what? With their loud music,
always doing
hooting and
stuff.
hollering, sexy red. You're like, is he good?
I really just I don't like Vegas. I don't like the.
I'm not a Vegas person either.
The culture of it, and I'm just like, like if I consider this as like, this is a holy place for a religion that I don't share. Right?
Exactly.
Like this is where people come to like worship lavishness and
That's a
money
good way of saying
and like
that,
wealth and like it's like okay, like I don't have to be a member of this religion to understand that this is like it's just not for me.
100%. Yeah.
And I don't get to feel disgusted by this.
Yeah.
but also
Not even I don't get to feel. It's just I'm rational enough to know that. Oh, y'all still do that. Y'all go have fun.
Mhm,
Yeah, but what can we put in our butts next week? Let's get other things. Let's get it going.
and I just won't be here for it.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm straight.
Did Casey ever tell you why she thought that you should see the Pervert Show?
I don't know. I think we're friends. We're really good friends now, even more so. But it's a stand-up world.
Mhm.
So she was just kind of like, "You're not gonna believe
This is wild.
what we got going on in Austin. You're not gonna believe it."
Wild.
And I said, "I'll believe it." Like
Yeah.
and I'm going along like I'm a stand-up. I'm rocking. Didn't want to see that.
Yeah, fair. I wouldn't want to see that.
Yeah, it was terrible. I tried to do it on stage. I haven't done it in a long time, but it doesn't have an ending. It needs an ending.
Sure.
It needs like and then I have another story I just thought of that now I really want to tell.
And I started praying.
And that's why I gave my life to the Lord. No,
If that was your like conversion story, if you hadn't been a
That would be
lifelong Christian,
nuts,
that would be pretty good.
yeah, or to convert somebody there would have
Just
been
be like,
crazy.
you don't have to do this.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to let these people
You can walk in the light.
cheer for you.
Yeah.
The things people do for attention. As if we don't. Do
Let me
stand-up.
tell you. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's my sole reason for doing it.
Attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I will give you the laugh part if you go, you did a really good job after the show. That's the whole transition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Transaction.
Feels great.
Yeah. What else? I think.
Don't say what
I'm
else.
sorry,
Don't
no.
say what else. We talked about this before we
I
started.
know, I'm joking. That's why I said I wouldn't say it for real.
So
She hates that, by the way, guys. If you hear somebody say that in any of the podcasts, just know she's furious.
I'm boiling over here. So I've been asking people like, why don't you tell this story very often, right?
You could imagine why.
Well, so I understand why it doesn't work on stage, but like,
Yeah.
do you feel like you don't get to tell this story very often in your personal life as well?
Yeah, it just doesn't come up. It just doesn't,
People are
It's
never
like-
like, you ever seen Butt Plug of War?
Yeah. This
And
is
you're
one
like,
I'd have
as
to
a
work
matter of
in.
fact- You'd have to work it in much like.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm never having a conversation and somebody's like, you remember in elementary school when we played tug of war? What happened to that? And I'm like, people are still doing it actually. Yep, different variations, and it's really progressed apart
Really?
from.
Yeah.
But that's the sole reason. I just don't, when does that come up?
Yeah, sure.
Like, I remember telling it one time to some civilians because they were like, what's the craziest thing you've seen on the road?
Civilians.
That's what I call it, yeah.
Non-stand-ups.
Boring, lame people.
Regular folks. Unfunnies.
Yeah. We need like a muggle. Yeah.
I was thinking something along the lines of like yuck yucks, but like
yeah.
ugh.
That is so funny. I'm kidding. No, I love those people.
Yeah.
They buy tickets.
Those are the people it's actually about.
100%. Those are my favorite people. Yeah. I like being the funniest person to these people.
Sure. Yeah.
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 That's why I try intentionally to have friends that are not stand-up.
Right. Yeah. We talked about this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a better life.
Yeah. Well, it's good for like your mind as well to like
100%.
not spend all your time around people who are like diseased in this way.
Yeah.
Like who don't just need that attention and like don't just spend all of our time like thinking about how do I make this funny. It's like just people who have other anxieties.
Yeah. They're worried about how's my stock doing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
tree stock?
Chicken stock.
What are you talking about?
Tree stock.
I tried to go for a joke there and I couldn't think of. I was looking for chicken stock, truthfully. But for some reason I was like, stock? What is a stock? A tree? That was how my mind was working.
Not even.
Yeah, not even close.
Corn stock.
Yeah, is that stock? I think of broccoli.
Are
What's a
those
stock? A stock is like a. You know what it is. Come on. You know exactly what that is. I bet you got some. You probably made some stock recently. Come on. You're like, what is that? What is that? Are you referencing?
Things with stalks are like, like they're like a pole. But I don't think broccoli is a stalk.
But that's okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of though. I'm thinking of like a vegetable that grows. Okay, like sunflower stalks. is a word I've never heard of in my life. I've never heard that together in my life.
We all
I just
reference
thought
sunflower stalks all the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
how we're always all talking about sunflower stalks.
Yeah, but that would be a stock, right?
I don't.
We'll have to look this up after.
Well, because it's not a.
I don't think I said empirically right either earlier.
I also don't think
so.
so. The cops are outside to arrest you.
That and posh.
I had them, on standby just in case you got a word wrong.
Yeah, we'll cut that. I'm kidding. Now. My favorite thing in doing a podcast is just say we'll cut something. That doesn't need to be cut whatsoever.
Right.
Let's make sure we cut that though. I'm kidding. No, I'm totally joking.
Because we can't put all your tricks and bits on
Exactly.
online.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
No, I like to. I'll run a bit to death. Yeah. I'll do it until nobody. Because there's a period when you're doing a bit. Sorry, I'm just going into a tangent now. If you're doing something that's funny, it'll get funny, and then it has a period where it's no longer funny.
Yeah.
And then it goes back up.
It goes back.
And then it's like, wait, he's still doing that?
Yeah.
Cut this?
That's funny.
Love that.
Yeah, Family Guy. That was like their business model.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you probably never watched Family Guy.
No, I watch Family Guy all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't like sheltered crazy.
Oh, okay.
We just went to church. Well, I mean, I also haven't seen Tug of War in that way.
You haven't seen Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
So, pretty sheltered life.
Wait, yeah. I've heard of that movie, though, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
There's a song that just came out called Pookie Requiem. Very fun song.
Okay. Who by?
I don't know this girl's name. Sailor? She's fire. She's gas. Summer Walker's in it, too. It's very R&B-esque, but it's not quite, Cool. It's like a hot girl summer vibe.
Cool.
I'm having a time
with it. You're having a hot girl summer with it.
Great album.
Pookie Requiem.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
I'll send it to you. Don't worry.
We are friends.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I need friends. I don't have any friends.
You just said you were hanging out with friends last night.
What was I doing? Did I say that? For real? I'm a liar.
Dude.
No,
you're going to
wasn't
heaven.
last night, though.
You're going to heaven.
I was recently. Yeah, come on.
on.
Let's be real. And likable.
Come on. Who going
and
to
humble.
heaven? Who going to heaven?
I'm like, I am. I just couldn't play. I am.
Come on now, say it with your chest. Who's going to heaven?
Bro, that joke is funny. Who's going to heaven's crazy.
Whoa.
Is that on there?
Yeah, that huge spike.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Just
hold the mic up to your mouth while you glug glug.
I was drinking water. She tried to make me spit it out.
No.
Just then.
No, I don't have that kind of power.
No, you're funny, yo.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. And humble.
I accept compliments.
No, I agree. I think,
yeah.
You know what I'm trying to stop doing? And now I feel like I'm rambling.
Is it rambling?
I will say something negative about myself that I don't necessarily agree with or believe to seem humble instead of just taking the compliment. And I'm trying to not do that.
Yeah.
Because I can do stand-up well.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. I've been doing it a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a problem if I could not do stand-up well.
Yeah.
But then I'll be like, oh, I'm all right, and something like that. And I don't really think that for real.
Right.
But for some reason, that feels like humility. But I don't know if it's arrogant to say, like, oh, I can do that well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I got to figure it out.
Right.
I'm saying if you go, I can hang on most of the lineups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the lineups. I can tell you who can cook me, too. I've been cooked before. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Of course.
But most of the lineups, I'm chilling.
I think it feels like humility because, this is a thing that can always be improved, right? Like any artistic endeavor can always be improved.
Yeah.
And, people who keep that in mind are the ones who keep improving.
Yes, that's a good point.
But you are very funny.
Thank you.
And also very practiced. Very, you have a lot of skills in stand-up.
And great teachers.
Right.
That's something I like to do that makes me feel humble,
Mm-hmm.
is when somebody tells me I'm funny, I do say I had a lot of good teachers.
Yeah.
Because I did have a lot of help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Along the way.
Yeah, and people who like were.
And that's
like,
something that stand-ups don't... Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I don't know. And just like people who were like, yeah, like watching you and giving you direct feedback and like, yeah, like coaching you in a more invested way.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that stand-ups don't really get either.
Yeah.
Is somebody being like, is a teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a golf game, and we're often our own coaches.
Yeah.
And the audience is a coach in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And then we learn by the people that came before us, but it can take a long time with like... And I had somebody every day we were on stage together who's a, you know, one of the greatest stand-ups of all time.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's a blessing. It truly is.
Yeah.
And he was, yeah. And a lot of people like that in my life, you know.
Yeah. Are you guys in like regular contact, you and Sindan?
No, you know, he actually had a stroke
Oh shoot.
during the pandemic, yeah. He's okay now, he gets better every day. But we often just play phone tag a lot. We're currently on a phone tag endeavor right now. I think he called me yesterday and I was sleeping and I called him back and he's like, I'm in therapy. But we talk on the occasion, not as often as as I feel like I should, you know. Crazy.
Yeah.
Like before I don't know if you started to win what year? You never had a before the pandemic start, huh?
No.
Man, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But it also wasn't what it is now. Like the pandemic helped it.
Comedy?
Yeah, so comedy was going very well because Netflix specials and things like that. But after the pandemic was just another boom.
Yeah.
That, you know, that we're seeing for the first time too. And now things are kind of going back to, they're stabilizing a little bit more.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was on a tour 2021 and it was just crazy. People were just happy to be outside.
Right.
Ticket sales were up everywhere. People were selling out crazy.
Yeah.
It was just unbelievable.
Yeah. I had, nothing like that. I was doing like, I did a couple open mics before the pandemic when I was in college and then like started doing open mics in like late 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just cramped, which is crazy. I never cramped, but I started working out actually. Everybody, you'd be so proud of me. But yeah, it was like I was talking to somebody. Oh, I was talking to my friends last night on the phone.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's me, another comic in New York. His name's Nick, and another comic in LA. His name's Mandel. And we call them conference calls, but we talk just about every night.
Cool. Well,
a lot of fun. I encourage you to do that. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good. It helps, like, we can talk about drama and stuff and then not have to, like, talk about it in the scene. And
right, yeah.
Run ideas by each other and be like, hey, is this stupid? And they'll be like, yeah, this is stupid. And then disagree about it. It's a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Conference calls.
Mm-hmm.
Is it, like, the same time every day and, like, whoever can be there can be there? Or?
No. And, you know, sometimes we're on the road and stuff like that. But, you know, the road is very lonely, too.
Yeah.
Like, and so it just helps with that tremendously. But... yeah, we're all going to New York next week, which will be fun.
Cool.
Rock it out, man. Yeah. I hate to do this. I have to use the little girl's room.
Wow. That incredible.
Wait, that cracked me up. Yeah, you just don't know how to respond to that. Well,
you looked right in my eyes when you said that.
Yeah, that's where I'm supposed to look. That's so crazy. I'm also still drinking this water.
All right.
Which is nuts.
I feel like that's a good place for us to stop anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
That'll be your denouement, your closing act, you know?
Okay. And if anybody takes anything away from this, I started to takeaways, which is crazy. One thing I want you guys to learn.
Yeah. We're just going to end this. No, this has been so fun. It's such a pleasure to talk to you.
No, likewise. Yeah. This is the second time we talked. Isn't that crazy?
That is
and we had a great time. It sounds like I think we've been friends for a long time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're very easy to talk to.
Keep going.
You were queuing up "keep going" before I even said
I do.
a single word.
I queued up on the your.
But yeah, this has been Short Story Long with Serena Thiel. That's me. I'm at Shut Up Serena on Instagram and most platforms, shut.up.serena. And Caleb, what would you like to say about yourself? What do you have to say for yourself?
Hey.
Yeah, talk in your real voice.
Yeah, just come on. Yeah, anyway, what's going on with y'all, man? No, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And then y'all can follow me at CalebElliottComedy.com.
And you absolutely should. You should go see him.
Yeah.
If you're so inclined.
Yeah,
it's
it's a good
very
time.
funny.
I'm a headline sometime in January.
Okay, here in Austin.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing Cap City,
Okay.
but now that you said they take the bear off the stage for the creek, I was thinking that when you said it, I was like, oh, okay, that sounds fun. But yeah, y'all give me a follow.
Yeah. 2
T's in Elliott.
Right. 2 L's, 2 T's.
I used to say like the G's in Tigger, because Tigger's T-I double gut er. That's hard, huh? Okay.
I like that you brought up just a totally different word to demonstrate
To
how to
mess
spell your
people
name.
up.
Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun.
It feels like we're hanging up the phone. I'm like, no, you hang up.
Okay, bye.